Pahlavi text translated by E.W. West, Part 4, Contents of the Nasks, Clareton, Oxford University Press, 1892, Dinkard, Book 9, Chapter 32, 1. The ninth Vargard, Hava-e-Tumaete, is about the coming of 3 deceitful demons, and they're making supplication, La Gak Karih, to A'u Harmaz, so that he should consider and reward those agreed by him, and it would amount to strength for them in destroying the creatures. 2. The disgorging Akvardano of supplication by those demons clamorously upwards from an abyss, and the statement of one that he is the kindred that is undeceitful, of another one that he is the serfdom that is undeceitful, and a third one that he is the confederacy that is undeceitful, was in these words, namely, we are those spirits when the kinsman, confederate, and serf do not break promises one with the other. We are not really these that are no implements of thine, but our religion and law are thine, and we do thy will. We become assistants of him who is thy friend, and injurers of him who is thy enemy. And from thee we beg a position in the existence that is best, the reward that is a reward of the worthy. 3. The reply of A'u Harmaz to them was thus: you rush out, astute and evil, to the extremity, boon, of that horrible gloom, so you are all from the demon. Your race is really from evil thought. That is, your race is from their where evil thought, as well as lust the destroyer, and also greed, the well accumulating, resides, and where moreover Indar, the fighter, is the spirit of the religion of apostasy, and further deceives the worldly existence of mankind as to the proper living and immortal progress, and first confines their thoughts. 4. He shall first do this, so that he may restrain the thoughts of men from virtuous things, and their further words, and perverted further deeds from the ceremonial of us who are archangels. They further lose their wisdom, and further consider, even as perfect righteousness, that which is loved by the demons. They utter the false words, and consecrate with the worst deeds of mankind, and with the holy water, which one consecrates most to you, more falsely and more arrogantly than that falsity and arrogance do they enhance the greatest ceremonial, so that they shall make more of the most. 5. Owing to discord, through that love of you who are demons, they smite with destruction him who shall not be a satisfaction to you in the presidency, and the leader they take, give rend, becomes a destroyer. So in the sequel too, there is someone that smites him, even though they consider him as your follower. They shall occasion his destruction. 6. You are evil demons for a congregation when they speak of avoiding you, and worse for the ceremonial are obeisance when it occurs, that which becomes all clearness to the utterer of righteousness. In this existence you utterly destroy, and the lodgment of complete mindfulness in the body is for the admonition to human beings about abstaining from the demons. 7. This too is stated, namely, evil are you who are wicked and worship the demons with good holy water and with words. Through them the holy water obtains evil recompense, even the hell that is horrible. 8. This too he spoke, namely, concerning those malicious demons. I will first mention intelligibly to thee when they have come to the world, that is, first when they have rushed in, how their jurisdiction arose. 9. For 30 centuries those of my world were immortal and undecaying, O Zarathustra. But when the 30th century was accomplished, O Spitaman, the sweat kavae produced by the demons then came on to my Gayomard for his affliction so long a time as a man speaks forth these words of the Yatha Ahuv Iryo, relating to the spiritual lord and priestly master. 10. And when he issued from that sweat, he was shadowless, that is, darkness had entered, and the words of the formula, yin, relating to the spiritual lord and priestly master, were spoken forth by me. And when Vastarem was uttered by me, the demons then fell into the gloom. 11. But the harm owing to the demons, this, too, he spoke, namely, the destructiveness of the evil spirit is his evil teaching by statements to my creatures, and my riches, Isto, plundered by him, are the proportions of the production and possession of wealth for which a desire exists through good thought, that is, when they possess it with propriety, it is desirable. 12. And mankind were gratified by that son of Vivangao, who was Yim, and cattle were gratified by him, producing thus the phrase, you are mankind, in words, O Zarathustra, when he spoke to mankind thus, you are the mankind for cattle, that is, you who are mankind eat meat of your own subdivision, and through subdivision by you there is a superabundant occurrence of meat. You are mankind, neither for greed, a zo, nor for envy, a reshko, do thou throw away the warm entrails, taftog, rudik, nor do thou throw them away warm on account of custom, pisako, now you, slave for slaughtering, so that thus it may be beneficial for you and your servant. 13. This too is stated, namely, even that man is produced for the destruction of mine, who is possessed by the wicked evil spirit. The want of discernment of that man is a tedious life, in which the utterance of the praise of righteousness is the want of ceremonial, of which a righteous man spoke thus, at the place where their pasture is, you are the mankind, the all-producer that fully develops them, and the all-collector that would thoroughly set them moving. In their pasture, you are the mankind, and they all remain with hospitality for the body. They remain on account of their pasture, and in fighting they strike their heads together. You are the mankind of their pasture. It is expedient, and you deprive it of moisture. Through fire, as to other things, it was also you that made one altogether believe that untrue statement which is a lie, the possession of material existence by life, owing to external seduction by the fiend who has come chiefly to you. 14. But the harm owing to the demons, this too is stated, namely, their accomplishment of arrogance over these creatures of mine, and also the unfitness for heaven, abba histiic of a righteous man, and that too of a valiant one, are due to the burial of a corpse. 15. This too, namely, they who drag away a corpse are most hurtful for men, as regards the wealth of the religion in this world, and as regards sheep and beasts of burden. 16. This too, namely, as to the people, assisted by one living in terrible difficulty, who deliver the corpse of a dead person on a sheep or beast of burden at a village where they shall convey it. They distress the fire and also the water flowing from the hills. Likewise, those liquids, the body, which are 10, and those saps, evano, plants, which are fourfold in thousands, that is, they come out of 1,000 at one time. 17. They are giving more assistance when it is the corpse of a wicked person. Concerning them too, I tell thee, O Zarathustra, the Spitaman, that they shall arrive in the 9th and 10th centuries, who are the spawn of the fiend, Drugo, who know Yako, and the cesspool, Rikdar, of the evil spirit. Even one of them is more to be destroyed than 10 idolaters. Deviasto, by him they shall make pure, that is, the people, shall make him quite void of wealth, who is a priest, without recitation and commendation. 18. And they who will be full many in the future shall bring prostration upon him who is an innocent person, the husbandman who watches the frog of the ditch, Zaki Gilugo, the Zog, so that he may keep it away from mankind, and they execute ill-contrived commands. 19. They also produce destruction for these of mine, and speak of the living state. 2. These of my religion. Thus, when living is an expediency, it is in our way. They are wicked, they dwindle through greatness and even terror, that is, they shall commit sin through leadership and vassalage, who are smiting thee, and they speak folly, who are smiting this pure religion of thine, O Spitamon. 20. They too who recite this, thy revelation of the Mazda worshippers, say that the distinction, Nison, of those others from those who are thine, even those whom they hurt, is this: that they plunder, they also think scornfully of this thy ceremonial, and think scornfully of the obeisances, Niya Yasno, and of both those blessings from me, the Avesta and Zond, which I, who am the most perpetuous of spirits, spoke forth to thee. 21. They also injure the ceremonial of him who is perfectly righteous, even the obeisance arisen from a disciple of Zarathustra, the Spitaman, and they chant that which is a settled effusion, Bara Han Ketunto Ragi, that is very evil, as a perfect deed for mankind, which those of very evil deeds call joy. 22. They seek sovereignty as a devouring Grahmako, that is, they seek privilege for a bride. And in their abode is he who is very evil in thought, that is, they seek with this design that for the 100 which another gives up, they may take 200 away from the other. They destroy the best existence, they destroy their own souls, and they destroy the world of material beings. 23. Then they who are privileged shall convey the sovereignty of the Keek and Karap, even those that are the worst ruling, who are in the country, unto him who is best ruling in house, village, community, and province. And then both shall keep up an uproar, he who is well ruling, and also he who is ill ruling. And he who is ill ruling is beaten, and he is delivered up to the best ruling ruler. 24. And then among them, he who seeks for a devouring Grahmako of all that which is animate, as well as that which is inanimate, is he who is desirous of assault and complaint, and he who fears him who is righteous. A man of mine allots him comfort. Who is a righteous man of mine allots him comfort. And is he who watches those who are an exposition of righteousness, and who would be wizards or witches, so that the authorities shall inflict punishment upon them. 25. And this too is stated, namely, the malice of many malicious ones demands that they shall inflict punishment on sinners when they put Pod Lugen, life, into the body, that is, they give life back to the body. But for that purpose, the metal melted forth arises full upon the earth, which does not wreak vengeance on him who is righteous, and does wreak vengeance on him who is wicked. When I, who am a Uharmazd, produce the renovation among the existences. 26. Thus, too, that which becomes a healthful world, a healthful one that is thus mine, never first becomes that further sick one, which, apart from me, is even now the immortal and manifest place, where vengeance exists, and they become also aware through that sovereignty of mind that apart from me, even now, immortal is the material world of righteousness. 27. Excellence, that is perfect, is righteousness. Now you notice the difference between the righteous side and the wicked side. The wicked side just rushes in whatever opportunity in the house, village, community, province, and world